Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to today's session of What's in Store. As always, I'm Erica Heligman, the Senior Marketing Consultant here at t.tec, and with me I have my good friend Tim Weber. He's the Senior Consultant for Proactive Solutions. Tim, how are you?
Hey, I'm doing great, Erica. Thanks for having me on here. I'm so excited to talk about proactive solutions today.
Me too. t.tec offers proactive solutions to all the clients that we work with. And the term seems so simple, proactive solution. But I don't think people appreciate how much your BPO provider and what proactive solutions is and how much it can actually change your business. So if you don't mind, can we just start with you kind of giving us a rundown of what proactive solutions are so everyone knows what we're talking about?
Sure. I love the number 3. So I'm going to describe this in 3 levels of what we do with proactive solutions. First of all, it's a practice across all of t.tec, and it involves cross-functional teams. And what those cross-functional teams do are these 3 things. First of all, we're going to look at data that we analyze. And Erica, the contact centers is probably the biggest data repository or data where data is passing through more than any other place in a business. The second thing we do, and this is really where the magic happens, is a customer journey map workshop. In fact, we call it just a customer journey map workshop, but it's all kinds of stuff is in there. We're looking at data. We've got our frontline associates in there with us. We're talking about it. We're creating customer personas. We're mapping out customer journeys and process maps and doing root cause analysis and brainstorming. And it's really, like I said, where the magic happens. In the third piece, each quarter, we package up this information, we present it back to our clients and give them the insights from their business beyond just metrics or a quarterly business review, as lots of teams are doing anyway. This is something beyond that.
Yeah, I know. I heard about one of the proactive solutions that we were doing for a company that I can't name, but I know that one of the things that we were doing for them was what's daily DSAT, I believe is the term you guys use, which is kind of talking about what's going right or going wrong and things to fix.
Yeah.
And it was really cool because they were having all of these calls about people not being able to figure out how to redeem their loyalty coupon code. And it was as simple as didn't realize that they could click on the link on the website because it was the wrong color. But it immediately lowered how many calls they were getting every day. And so I know those are the kind of things you do. And I think it's such a cool concept. I don't actually know how the proactive solution space started here or how you fell into it. I think that could be interesting too.
Yeah, let me talk about that. First of all, that example you're talking about, that was so cool. As we dug in and looked at that from the customer experience, it was as simple as changing the color of a button. And we brought that information back to our client. And all of a sudden, we saw that those DSATs or dissatisfied customer reports dropped dramatically just by tweaking their interface a little bit. But Proactive Solutions has kind of grown up with t.tec in the last few years. I came to the team as one of the founding members here of Proactive Solutions, and my background is all over the place, Erica. I've been with t.tec for 2 decades. I've had so many different clients I've worked with, industries, but most recently in one of my roles, it was process improvement. And I would say that that's a close cousin or brother to what we do in Proactive Solutions. Because in process improvement, you're talking about continual improvement. In Proactive Solutions, we do the same thing, but we're looking at the whole experience from the customer's point of view. So my background, I'm Lean and Six Sigma black belt. I've got design thinking training. I'm a Scrum Master. And those things all kind of contribute. But I'd say my guiding principle here is I'm totally obsessed about customer experience.
And do you think that there is a big need for this type of proactive solution in the retail space?
I do. Well, first of all, we're talking about improving customer experience, and so that's almost a no-brainer, right? The better you treat your customers, the longer the larger that lifetime value of those customers is going to be, and the marketplace is really for retail is really competitive to begin with, but we've had some interesting times in the retail sector with the pandemic. Now the rise of AI and all of the other things that kind of go into making it not only a competitive landscape, but customers are saying, "Hey, I want to contact you no matter what channel it is. I want to get hold of you anytime, anywhere," and they expect a great experience. But Erica, if you don't take care of like that low hanging fruit, it doesn't matter if they have every channel to get a hold of you. If that experience is poor, they're going to go somewhere else. And so that's really where Proactive Solutions comes in.
I can't remember in my lifetime, retail has always been competitive, but with the rise of the Amazon and all these mom and pop shops and the ease of entrance into the market, I can't remember it ever being this competitive. And so, you talked a little bit about like the customer experience, but what is the value of the company to provide these type of proactive solutions?
Well, I put it into numbers a little bit here. So if I look back just at last year, we did 114 proactive solutions projects. And our results out of those, we saw an average reduction in handle time, the time we spend with customers, reduced by 9.9% out of those projects. Our customer satisfaction scores increased 4.8, basically 5%. We'll round it up for smiles. And then FCR, we also saw that FCR, first contact resolution, super important to customers. That increased by 5.7%, and NPS 5.1% increase, and tons of volume reduction. Because if you think about it, when you solve the core issue of why customers are contacting you, then maybe they just don't need to contact you anymore. Problem solved. And that's really the best customer experience.
Agreed. And then you're freeing up the agents to focus on more important tasks, and that creates value for everybody. And I know I mentioned that earlier about changing the link color, but do you have any other examples you might be able to share with us on some of the proactive solutions that we've implemented?
Sure. So one that comes to mind, well, a couple come to mind. First of all, we had a clothing retailer that we work with, and they had a very, we'll call it cumbersome process for their warranties and on certain items and returns. And so it involved lots of lookups and long wait time, and often because of the complexity, the way that those cases were documented included inaccuracies. So we took a cross-functional approach, brought in the Proactive Solutions Village, that we refer to it as, and we did an analysis to identify those pain points. As I talked about before, we did one of those customer journey map workshops, and the recommendations were pretty straightforward. One of the things that we found was the intake form for these warranty and return claims was not very specific, and that led to lots of back and forth with customers. So we worked with our client to streamline that form, which ultimately streamlined the whole process, and in many cases didn't require an agent interaction at all. It could be taken care of through the form, and of course we're always there for those escalated cases as well. But through this process, we were able to reduce our handle time by 10%, and those overall contacts reduced by 21%.
That's amazing. And those are the type of things you get to do every day. And it's so cool because you actually, you're doing this work, but you get to see the immediate results of how you're actually helping the people you interact with on a day-to-day basis. And not a lot of people get to say that. So that's really cool. And I really, really appreciate you taking the time to meet with us today. And if anybody's listening that has any questions, feel free to reach out, www.ttec.com/retail. And we will see you next time on What's in Store. Thank you, guys.
Thanks, everyone. Thanks, Erica.